Welcome back. As we continue to practice meditation, our CO2 tolerance will increase and our normal standing breath rate, without thinking about it, will elongate. It will become slower and longer and more economical. And this is a beautiful sign of health. And so we'll find ourselves in heart rate variability where the breath and the heart are in resonance automatically throughout the day without even trying. So that's our steady increase in life, and will also increase our longevity, which is a beautiful thing. But what do I do in the meantime, Forrest? What do I do when I get into a stressful situation, a formidable or demanding situation with my work, with my money, with my family? What do I do until then, Forrest? Fantastic question, and that's what this video is all about. I want to give you the rescue breath. So I actually had a different video planned for this, but I was talking with somebody on the phone and I just thought, man, I really got to dedicate one video to just rescue breathing, because it's such an easy, simple thing to put in your back pocket and have for any kind of rainy day circumstance when you need it. This technique actually comes, I had the distinct pleasure to study with Donanjay and his family art that he inherited, which was a samurai art. It was called Shidari Inagi Ru Aikibugai. Beautiful system. And the thing that he would ask us to do all the time was to take one short breath in and one long breath out while we're doing an entire form. So for example, we do a roll set, which is very long. It's a string of movements that you have to pass through while rolling around on the floor. And while you're doing all of that, it should be done with one in-breath and one very long out-breath. So it's very, very demanding because you're doing a lot of physical movement and yet you're maintaining this one long out-breath. So it's very difficult and very fun to train because it's such a useful skill. And the reason that we did this, because for the martial artist, he wants to keep himself grounded throughout his movements. With the breath going out, this will happen automatically. And you can test this out if you like. If you have a nice, strong fellow, he can try and lift you while you breathe in. And you'll find you're very easy to lift up, and then do a long breath out. And relax. And see if you don't get a little more difficult to lift up. So that's an easy way you can begin to experiment with this understanding and grasp and get a hold of it mentally. What's going on here? And for the yogi, it's such an amazing thing, because really what you're rescuing is your parasympathetic nervous system. So normally with heart rate variability, resonant breathing, we only need a little bit longer out breath. 1 second is enough, 3 seconds is plenty, 5 seconds is really, really enough, but it's just a little bit, it's not that much longer in normal heart rate variability, resonant breathing during meditation. But for this rescue breath, we're out in the world, our attention is outward, we're probably dealing with lots of problems, and so we're going to really maximize this parasympathetic stimulation with one huge out breath. So we're just going to take a short breath in and a very long breath out. So easy, right? Let's try it again. Short breath in, long breath out. one more time, let's really feel it. Short breath in, long breath out. That's it. That's the rescue breath. And so the diaphragm, during that out breath, the diaphragm comes up. It's squeezing the air out of the lungs, right? And all of that extra pressure goes on the thoracic cavity. And all that pressure translates all the way back to the dorsal vagal nerve, which is lying right up against the spine. Right in here especially. You really feel it. They're maximizing that pressure on the dorsal vagal nerve, stimulating that deep parasympathetic nervous system. And we're doing it for a long time, as many times as we need to. Short breath in, long breath out. And it's a wonderful way. You can do it in a way that nobody knows what you're doing. You just breathe in and breathe out. Nobody has to know, right? So it's beautiful. Whether you're having a conversation, you can't do it while you're talking perhaps, but while somebody else is talking at you, you certainly can. So it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. You're really capturing your parasympathetic nervous system and holding on to it. Because in a difficult situation, we want to get into the sympathetic system, and maybe we want to fight or run or, hide or something. And so we're just maintaining our cool with this nice, long out breath. So easy. And here's one more trick. And I got this mudra from Anandamoy Ma, the bliss-intoxicated mother in India. I saw it in one of her pictures. I thought, oh, that's interesting. And I tried it out. And I felt this kind of pulling the energy towards my heart. And so I used it for years to help maintain my cool while people were yelling at me or something, So you take these two middle fingers and you keep them together, and then you put the thumb on the middle pad of the ring finger while those two fingers are together. So that's it. You can try it on both sides and see if you can't feel that energy coming towards the heart. See if it draws you in a little bit. So I thought it was a great little thing. It's a great little trick. If somebody runs up at you and you want to jump out of your skin, try that out. Just hold that mudra. And nobody has to know that you're doing it. You just kind of do like this at the side of your body. Nobody has to know. And then combine that with the rescue breath. And it's a great way to rescue that calm, rescue that parasympathetic nervous system, keep your cool, and don't get drawn into the drama. Don't get drawn into the sympathetic system when you don't need to. There are times when we need to. We got to run, we got to fight, whatever it is. That's why we have a flexible nervous system. But if it's some place that you want to keep your calm, there's some really good tricks to keep it and rescue that parasympathetic nervous system. So I hope you loved this. If you did, be sure to hit that bell down below so I can see all of you next time.